We're going to talk about a couple things today. Pretty simple agenda. We're going to look at the document management using SCPC. I'll show you the mobile app, and we'll also look at project bidding using SCPC. SCPC being Sage Construction Project Center. So with that, let's get started with the demo. And let's go to this. Here is Sage Construction Project Center. I've opened it to one of my favorite projects, as you can see over on the left, the Willow Creek office. And you can see we have several different major headings here for different types of things we can do. Our project setup at the top there, then events and messages, cost management, project management reports, documents, and bid view. Project setup is where we set up project defaults, get our project members into the project, and do some other things like that. Events and messages is basically a calendar and to-do list. Cost management is where we're going to manage our costs, both upstream and downstream. That'll be the subject of another webinar coming up later in the next month or so. Project management is where we're going to look at creating submittals and RFIs and daily logs, meeting minutes, and other things, and then managing that process around those documents. That is the subject of a webinar next week. So stay tuned for that one if you're interested in that. Reports are things that we can, obviously reports that we can generate. We can come here to the main page and generate them, or you can generate them within the different parts of the system. So for example, if I wanted to run a daily log report, I can come here and run it, or I can run it from the daily log option in project management. So there's lots of report options. Documents is where we're going to spend our time today. We're going to look at bid packages and plans and specs and how to get things in there and how to get them out to others as we go. So the documents we have, this is kind of our final repository for documents. We have the general and photos down here in the lower left corner, and that's just for, you can put things in the general area like geotech reports and traffic reports and photos and things like that. In our plans, obviously, we can put plans like design documents, invitation to bid, construction, addenda, maybe even as-built in there. Closeout documents, warranties, O&Ms, and maybe as-built go in there. You can have either way. It'll work for whatever's best for what you want to do. Specs you can organize by volume or by division, and private files are restricted access files there. So we're going to start with plans here, and I'm going to open up this one just by clicking on it. So Sage Construction Project Center is cloud-based, so it is anything that you can bring up a web page in, you can get to your project information here. In my documents, I've got architectural, I've created 3 folders, and the system is folder-based, so you get you can do the it's folder based. So the advantage is you can organize things any way you want, and you can also restrict access and rights based on folder, and you can send out notifications by folder. And I'll show you that here this morning. So what I'm going to do is, it's really easy to create a folder. You just click the new folder button and you can create a folder. And so I would call this, I might call this structural, and I can just say it's a structural drawings. This right here, folder sort value, is nice in that I can make the system sort the folders any way I want. So I've got architectural, civil, and landscape right now. If I wanted this to be, say, I could sort it as number 4, which it would sort it at the bottom of my list, so down there. If I wanted to sort it at the top, I could make it, I can make these, the point is you see they're not alphabetical, I can make them anything I want in order. So let's look at the architectural folder here. I've got the architectural folder here, and you can see I can even create subfolders under this if I wanted to. I don't need to for this particular demo, but I do want to show you how we can put documents into a folder. You can see here that I've got 3 plans here. I've actually got a few more. Let's make this a little bigger. And I can see that I have these drawings. I've got a couple sketches attached to the drawings, so I can attach those. And then down here, I've got folder reviewers. This will become important as I go forward and do the, what I'm going to do now is add a document. So I'm going to click this new document button, and this comes up here. I'm going to click this button, and it does this. The document number that I'm going to click is A 2.0. And let me see here. I want to make sure I get the right number. And so that is, let's go A 2.1. And, oh, sorry, wrong one. A 2.1, document discipline is architectural, and then I can just I can enter these fields if I want to. It's for bidding, and I can keep on going if I want as well. Now what I need to do is upload it, and I can, here's my upload, and I can take and drag this file. I've got Windows Explorer open here on another window. Here it is, and I can just drag this document here like this. So I can add more if I want to. I'm not going to bother you with watching me upload documents, so I can click the upload button. And so I'm adding this document to the architectural folder. Just say to save that, and I have added that to the folder. And so there it is. And so why didn't that show up? Oh, let's try this again. So multiple documents, upload, document number, other stuff here. Let's get this. Let's try a different drawing this time. A 1.8, and it is sorry about this. It's my first time through this. So let's go here. A18 is unit plans. All right. CSI division. I don't care about that. The discipline is architectural. And then I can upload that. A18. Like that. Upload. And I can save that. All right. Save it. Well, it's having some difficulties here this morning. So there we go. Now then, let's do this. And it doesn't show them. Interesting. Okay, let's go back here. Let's go back out. Let's come back to plans. Go back to architectural. And let's see if we see it now. And we don't. But, well, I don't know what's going on there. But I will tell you this. If you've watched my emails flow up here, I've gotten a couple emails as we were doing that. It's telling me, because I am one of the folder reviewers, that that document or that folder has been updated. And so I've uploaded a document. Here's the second document that I uploaded. It came in pretty quickly, as you'll notice. And so I can click here and go into the system and be able to download or view that document that got added to the architectural folder. So I can make you waste your time looking at that, but I can do that as I'm adding documents to the folders. All right, so I can also add versions. If I click on this one here, let's look at this document right here. You can see that I have the original and Rev 1. I can set this so that everybody only sees the current version, which would be Rev 1, or I can make it so that they can see either version as they want to. So I can set, you can have revisions in here, and so some real power here with this thing. And as you can upload your documents into it. Let's see what this has here. If we just scroll through here, there's some exterior elevations. Okay, well, all right. So I can also delete documents. I can transmit these documents out using the transmittal. I can, obviously, as I mentioned, subfolders, and I can add the notifications to the reviewers down here. All right, so there's that. What I wanted to show you too is the mobile app. So if I do this, and where is it here? It is this one here. And so I've got my phone here, and here's my phone you're seeing. Let me do this so it's a little bit bigger. And so it is a phone, it's not a tablet, which is okay, you know, that's not the best, but we can look on this phone here and see. So here's my Willow Creek office project. And I can do all of this. I can look at all of my documents, not just, we're going to look at the plans here in a sec, but also RFIs, punch lists, daily logs, submittals, and other things. If I look at the plans here, and I'm just touching on my phone, I can see there's my structural folder that we just created. Here's the architectural folder, and here is the second floor plan. And so I'm going to take and rotate my phone so that I see it this way, and I can zoom in on the floor plan and zoom out just on my phone there. Also, if I come back here like this, I've got this little icon up here at the top, the little box with the pencil, where I can mark these up. And so right now I can zoom in here and I can say this red, that red dot there is a line, and I can maybe a little thicker and draw around that area like that. So your mobile app is very useful, and you can get access to the drawings, documents. Also, one other thing I can do here on the mobile is if I long hold on that plan, so I'm just going to hold down and not let go for a minute, I get document details. I can create an RFI punch list or issue on that document. You can also see the details, which includes the rev, the original and the revision. So good things you can do there with the mobile app. All right, that's what I wanted to show you there. Back to and Project Center, there we are. Okay, so back to this. So documents, you've got a lot of options there. If we went to documents, you can put your specs in here as well. And you can, I've got them organized by division. You could organize them by volume and then division. You could do whatever you wanted to put your specs in the project as well. All right, so going back to documents here. What I want to talk about now is bidding. So we can send out bid packages. You can send out one bid package for the whole project. You can send out multiple bid packages, whatever you want to do. All of our bid management is held in a bid package. So if I click bid packages here, I've already got a couple created, but we're going to look at some people create one bid package, like I said, or multiple, whatever you want to do. New bid package here. And it brings up the screen. There we go. So it gives us this where we can, the project information that's already been entered as the project, for the project. A new bid package, we'll just call this, for our sake today, we'll just call this a demo bid package. It's number 3. I can set specific CSI codes if I want to type them in here. When's the bid due date? And let's say it's next Monday at 2. There's a pre-bid, meeting time and location. And then there's this public bid package right here. Whether I want it public or private. Public means that anybody that has access to the system can get to the bid package. No restrictions on that. Private means if I do not check this, then it's only people that I invite to the bid package that can have access to it. So for example, I've got up here, this is the login page for Sage Construction Project Center. I can log in and just, what I've done here already in this other screen is log in here, but here is what I wanted to show you, review public bid packages. If I check that, I can click on this and I can go see all the public bid packages that are available on this for this company. So things you can do there with public and private bid packages. Description, I'm just going to say, please review for bidding. And I can, of course, make this pretty if I want to, and I can make it bold, and I can change the color to red to make it stand out. I can come down here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save this first of all, just so I don't lose anything. And come back in here to bid package number 3. And now I can come down here. So the responsible project estimator. This is the person that will receive the emails. So return, if the sub is going to bid or not, this is who will get that email. And so I can just say it is, and it's going to give me a list of folks here, and I'm just going to say that it is me. And the responsible project manager, it will be listed on the email and as the PM for the project, and I'm going to go in here and say that it's me again. The construction start date is optional, but it does schedule, let's see here, the project plans available online after. I can set up this, and then I can set up this bid package, send it out, and if I'm not quite ready, I can say, well, the plans are available day after tomorrow. So I can make them available later on. Also, the excuse me, the date up here, the bid due date time affects when 60 days after this date, the bid package automatically closes. And it does that just to help you keep things clean. So this date controls when the bid package closes, and this controls when things are open up. All right, so I can come down here, messages, folders, attachments. I'm going to add bidders. I need to obviously get this out to people. So I'm going to add bidders, and so how do I want to find bidders here? There's lots of ways to find people. I've got my user groups all set up. And so I've set those up already, and I can come over here to an address book and I can go add JY bidders. That's my thing that I've set up, and I've got 6 or 8 people in here. I just select them all, and I'm going to add those as selected bidders to my project. So you can add them pretty easily and quickly once you get these groups built. And so now I come down here and I have this lovely blue and green stuff that tells me that I've got bidders. So I've got the bidders set up. I've got the bid package set up. What I need to do now is I need to add files to it. I haven't given anybody access into any of the documents yet. And so what I need to do is come in here, and I can add a file just to the bid package. And that would be a file like bid instructions or something like that. So I can just say, I'll do just that, bid. And I can, just like we downloaded the bid documents earlier, I can come in here and go to this, looking on my other, here's instructions to bidders document, and I can drag it and drop it there, and I can upload that file. So now when I send out this document, see down here the attachments, when I send the emails out, that instruction to bidders will be attached to that. But I don't want to attach all the documents. I just want to attach that one because I don't want to attach all 100 or 200 plan sheets. What I want to do is those are reference documents. So I'm going to click this reference documents button here, and I want to go to plans, and I'm going to click the architectural, and I'm going to attach that. And so now I've got folders. The architectural folder is ready, can be included on the bid package. So I've got the bid package set up. I've got the instruction to bidders ready to go there. I've got all of this. I'm pretty much ready to go. What I need to do now is I've got these different tabs up here. And so what I want to do is send this out. I'm going to say that I do want to include the attachments and I do want to include the folders. And I am going to, let's go here. Let's go back to bid packages and like this. And I want to come back into this one just to make sure that everything has been saved and ready to go. And so there's my review, there's all my folks, there's my folders and the attachments. So now what I can do is come in here and I want to, again, I'm going to select the people that I want to send it to. So I'm going to select these folks down here in Division 32, and I'm just going to say check all. And I want to send it to Brad Jones and George Clooney, and let's go here and go ahead and send it to June. And I'm going to send it to those. I want them to see the architectural folder, and I want to include the attachment. All right, so I'm ready to go here. What we've got here is this is the bid status that I can compare. You can see that this is preliminary. I haven't done anything. Over here on the far right, I have not sent an invitation to bid to any of these people, and they obviously have not answered yet. I can track that as going forward. So what I'm going to do is go to the send options here, and I'm going to send an email to these people. And so I'm about to send ITBs to 5 bidders, click OK, and it's going to go ahead and send those out. All right, so we've done that. Let's let it process here for a minute as it does its thing, and there we go. So now if we go down here and we look at the Division 32 folks, we can see that an ITB has been sent. All right, so what I want to do is become one of these people. So I'm going to become, let's just create another tab up here, and I'm going to go to Google or Gmail here. There we go, Gmail. And I want to be Brad Jones, one of the guys we sent it to. So Sage, guess I don't need to tell you my password as I get into Brad's emails. There's our invitation to bid number 3 that Brad received that we just sent. So click on this. So we're Brad now. And so Brad sees this email, so he can tell us now, will he bid or not? That's what these 3 links will do for us. So he will bid. Let's go ahead and say that Brad will bid it. He clicks on that, and it is going to, I will bid. He says that he's got different CSI divisions that we set up for him. Fun project. He could attach his bid if he wanted to, or some response bidding documents if he wants to. But typically what he would do is just come down here, click the save button, and he is done. He can also access the documents. Same thing, he'd come in and he could download the documents from this Sage website, from this SCPC website. And also, let's see, as you can see here, I receive a notification that Brad replied to my email. So yes, he will be bidding. So I get notified when he responds. So you can see I'm being notified of things, not only document changes and additions and deletions, but also bid statuses as I've set out bid invitations to people. So lots of you're covered with a lot of your project management things. The system's helping you to keep track of stuff. And so now let me go back here to the Sage Project Center, and I want to come back out just to refresh it. You would probably not do what I need to do. Hang on here, I need to reply to this guy. So now if I come, here's the bid packages. Oh, let's go back to bid packages. Number 3. All right. This is where I get goofed up again. Let's close Brad. I'm going to log out and log right back in. And what that'll do is refresh it under my name. I get a little goofed up with logging in as Brad and logging in as Jud. And so now I'm back in as Jud. I've got my favorite projects over here. And I've got Willow Creek, which we've been working on. And come back down here to bid packages. You would not have these same issues because you're going to be working you'll be in and out and here and there. And so these are issues that I have with the demo. You can see back here, if I go back to the bid packages really quickly too, but I've got some statuses: will bid, will not bid, might bid. Here's the demo bid package. Will bid 3. I have 3 that will bid. Those are the 3 different CSI sections for Brad. So now if I come in here and open that back up again, I can see what Brad has done, what Brad's going to do here. So there we are. And I do this, expand division 32. And there's Brad says he will bid. He will bid CSI division, this division 3110. He'll bid 3216 and he'll bid 3212. I can also manually change these. I can change the status. So if George, I want to say George will bid too, even though they're with the same company. And so now they're both yes over here. So that's what the fancy hand symbols are for. This is, I can edit the better information. And so I can come in here and I can do lots of things here as well, entering this information, different CSI codes that they're responsible for or bidding. I can enter some pre-qualification information. And so there's that as well that I can work with here. This is all great that, you're able to manage things here. You can also generate reports. There are print reports here. So I've got different reports that I can work with. I can just print this, or I can print a bid package report. And so I can print it once I get it all. Let's see, let's show just the will bid, folks. You could print the will bid to see how you're doing there. You could print the not answered so you can see who I need to call, and the will not bid as well. You can, so we can print this, and let's see what it looks like here. So there are reports, and so here is the standard report out of the box for your bidding. And you can modify these if you want to. They're just written with Crystal reports. We're glad to provide those to you free of charge so that you can modify the reports if you want to. Also, we can schedule the reports. So you can say, before the weekly meeting that's on Wednesday morning, on Tuesday morning, send a current submittal log, send an RFI log, and send a drawing log if you'd like to these people. And so you can schedule your reports as well as just generate them like I did here. So there's lots here. I just wanted to give you kind of an overview of bidding and the documents there for SCPC. So there's lots, like I said, there's lots more, but that's all I've got my time for today. And so again, thank you for your time today. Really appreciate it. Hopefully this has been helpful and hope to talk to you soon. Thanks now. Bye.